Opening statement.
Yeah, good day. Unbelievable weather. Had a little bit of cloud cover there for a little while and a little breeze. Thank the good Lord for that. Stayed healthy for the most part, I think. We'll get in here and check it out. But, you know, it was a gauntlet, man. Six reps of special teams, kickoff cover, kickoff return live, punt return live. Got some good two-point play work in, goal line, high red zone, 2-minute drill, and then just a lot of plays for both sides. Fun day. Saw some good on both sides. You know, man, I think I was the head coach for about 120 plays right there when you count kick a game too. So, but the big thing is I think we got a good football team. I think we got a lot of depth. We'll hit. You know, you've seen that all throughout camp, both sides of the ball. And like our quarterbacks, like our kicking game. And, you know, I'll open it up and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Pretty nice day for Kenyon Clay.
Yeah, good day for him. Thought Drake had some good runs. JQ was electric. You know, I thought all those backs, you know, and Jalen's coming back from that little hand injury he's got. You know, he's going to be a good one too. But those backs have had a good camp. I'm excited about them. They're hungry, you know, and they're very driven. And they were all highly recruited kids with a lot of talent. So. They come to work every day, and so it's good to see.
Will James,
yeah.
6. I mean, can you kind of talk about him and his development?
Yeah, dynamic football player. Like I've told y'all, he'll play just defense this year, but I think before his career's over, there's a great chance he'll play both ways for us. Great ball in hands guy. You see him getting some reps at punt returner and kick returner as well. Just has a knack for playing football. And man, he's a Southern Miss Golden Eagle too, man, from the Mobile area. And glad he's here. He's really taken to our culture, and he's going to be a good one, man. He is going to be a good one.
How do you feel just about that entire cornerback group at this point?
Yeah, I think Michael Caraway's really stepped his game up from a competitive nature standpoint. He's really starting to embrace competition and playing one play at a time, becoming a leader. He's always been talented. Then you add, you know, Will James to the mix, who's a dynamic playmaker, young kid that's going to grow. He's going to grow throughout this year. Then you add a guy like Braxton Myers, who's a former 4-star recruit at that boundary corner, competing with Caraway. And to the field, you know, you got Brendan Tolles back from injury, who's played a lot of good football for us through the years, made some big plays. When we beat Tulane 2 years ago, man, he was integral in that. And then you add some really highly recruited young guys, you know, in Venoris Cheney, Damian Miller, Josh Bledsoe, transferred to us from South Alabama, who's a dynamic player out of Lafayette, Alabama. You know, so we named, you know, Will Drekus Johnson right there from Tylertown. So we got some good depth right there too to build off of at that corner room. Coach Wilson, we've done a good job recruiting, and you know, it's a group that's got to continue to grow. But they are growing. And Tolles mentally and all the way back from his knee injury. Physically he is, but there's a mental hump you got to get over. He hasn't quite gotten over that yet. That's no knock on him. That's normal and typical, but he's getting there. He's such a great kid and a hard worker. He's going to get there too.
Coach, some of those big runs inside the tackles for your running backs. That eye candy again does such a good job of getting guys out of the box.
Yeah, it does. You know, Chip does a great job with that, and you know, our O-line is really taking. We're running a little more outside zone, you know, than what we've done in our past, and our O-line's done a great job of getting great at that. You know, Sam Gregg and Ben Thomas done a great job coaching it, but then we just got better players too. You know, they our agility and ability to move and mobility, and they've done a great job of with Coach Ankar, you know, dropping our body fat percentage, and also just, you know, recruiting a better player, you know, helps with that too.
Over the last 14 days, I feel like Larry Simmons has really excelled, and
yeah,
I feel like his hands have gotten even better since day one.
Excited about him. You know, we knew in the recruiting process when it became apparent that we were going to have an opportunity with him. You know, I told Coach Lindsey, man, go all in, whatever we got to do. And he did. And Larry and Coach Lindsey really taking to each other. You know, Larry's got a little boy. His name's Shine. And, you know, that was a big help to us too, because Larry wanted to get back home and get near his son. It matters to him to be a father. He wanted to go where he mattered again. He matters here. And but we knew if we could get him, you know, he's a different. I mean, he has the skill set that's just different. I mean, what he did at Moss Point High School was incredible. And he's taken to our culture quickly, and man, I'm excited about his potential.
Coming into camp, was it, receiver was kind of that
Yep.
question mark. Does it feel like Dennis and Larry have kind of maybe part of the, at least help you solve the puzzle at outside receiver?
Yeah, every time y'all would ask me, Andrew, that's what I kept saying. I said, we got to see, but we know they're really good players. When they were highly recruited guys, we just got to get out there and play with them here. And but Dennis and Larry have been dynamic. Davis Dalton's a really good player too, and it's been good, to get him over his shoulder surgery and get him back in the mix. And then J.J. Butler's going to be a really good one. And so on the outside right there, we think we got some competition with some, guys that were highly recruited and have the skill sets. They've got size and speed and all those things. And it's been fun to watch them develop. I kind of sat back through the offseason every time people would ask me about them and just, I just wanted to brag on who they were as recruits and how they were working. They've still got to do it in games, obviously, but, they've got the ability to do it.
Could you talk about the defense's performance today? It seemed like they were all on the same page. I know you've mentioned in previous practices that maybe 10 guys were doing the right thing and one guy wasn't. Just talk about that.
Yeah, that was the case on Tuesday. I think Wednesday and Friday and today we've been so much better on the back end. We got some young secondary guys, that have had to step up, with the loss of MJ. And they're really learning every day. Their eyes are getting better and communicating better. Quez McNeil made an unbelievable tackle down here on Jezelowski in the low red. Sabatini's coming back from his knee injury mentally. Jay Jones has been lights out this fall camp. And so they're coming along and getting better and better. And I think we got a chance to have a really good defense. We'll be led by our front. I'm excited about those linebackers, man. Like those dudes, they hit with a purpose, and Dez Baker. I mean, when Dez Baker and Claiborne Pollard hit one time when Baker blitzed, they have it sounded like a shotgun going off out there. It sounded like real college football, and so excited about those guys.
Today, to kind of just bounce off that, it was a lot of long drives that ended in field goals. I mean, is that a back and forth you hope to see?
Yes, we talked about that. There was 4 drives that the defense held the offense to field goals. That's 16 points saved. We call those 4-point plays. So that's the difference. You do that 4 times in a game, instead of the game being 30-30, it's 30-16, 30-14. You know what I mean? Those are 4-point plays right there. And I think, defensively, we really understand that we're going to chase the ball. We're going to try to get our hands on the ball. We're going to try to disrupt the ball. And we're going to try to do our best to not let them get it over our head, because if they snap it again, that's another chance for Jaleel Clemens and Mondo Cooley and those guys to win up front and get you in front of the sticks.
You talked about it a little bit at the start, but just your overall thoughts on quarterbacks today.
I thought they looked good today. What'd y'all think? We threw the pick six, which is a great play by Will James. It wasn't a bad read. I think that was that. Was that Ethan? Yeah, that was Ethan. It wasn't a bad read. It was the right read based off the coverage. Will just jumped the route and made a play. But I thought they looked really good. I thought they were accurate. We had a few misses, but I thought they functioned well, especially in the red jerseys, because they're all good athletes. And so when you take their running ability away from them, you're really taking something away from all 3 of them that is dynamic. And so I thought they've done good all camp, and I'm excited about. I love coaching those 3 dudes, man. They're a lot of fun.
2 more for Coach.
With those receivers you mentioned and the tight ends you have, feels like one of the challenges is going to be trying to figure out who needs to get the ball, because you got so much skill guys there. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I hope that's the case. Kyron Heath had some dynamic plays today. Over the last 10 days, he has really taken it upon himself to become us. I'm so proud. I'm as proud of him as I am any young man over the last 10 days. Justin Reed's been one of the highlights of this fall camp. He had a big drop today, and he'll beat himself up on that. He can't do that. Jezelowski's had a great fall camp. So those 3 guys are really formidable. I mean, you saw Kyron's talent today. When he gets the ball in his hands, he's hard to tackle now. And he's coming along. So, and Chip does a great job, finding ways to get those guys to rock.
Anything else?
Yeah.
So as a football coach, what would you like to see these next 2 weeks before you guys do this thing for real?
We'll flip the script on Monday and we'll start getting ready for Kentucky. We just got to continue to grow these young guys and stay healthy with some of these older guys, which that's going to be our point of emphasis as we start, game planning for Kentucky and putting everything we can into winning that game. And so it won't be. We'll practice next week. We'll get after it and do what we do. We'll continue to demand everything out of these kids, and that's what they want, man. That's what we've recruited. These kids, they love to work, they love to grow and get better, and so it's a fun group to be around.
Will, tell us when that whole thing started. Bird, it's a plane, Will James.
Oh, that Birds and Planes Will James, that all started when I had jumped that hitch. Oh, that out route it always comes. Every practice is out, they throw. I just come in flying in there, go pick six every time. That's where they get that from.
Is that what you saw on your pick six?
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw that the quarterback would iron me down before the play started. I took like a little slow read before breaking. I saw the hitch, saw the quarterback, move on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Capitalize on the ball, let's go to the
What made you transfer here to Southern Miss?
Mississippi State, they was playing with me. I was catching picks every day. Still ain't traveling me, so I had to take my talent somewhere else, show them how real I am.
How would you describe that defensive backfield as a whole?
Oh yeah, we need to get better on communication for sure. We still got work to improve, but all together, it's coming together real well. So,
How would you just kind of describe this camp for you?
oh yeah, this whole camp been a real experience. I learned a lot, especially from my coach, DeWitt Wilson. He had better eyes. He really is helping me with DB and like improving my game every single day.
What do you just think overall of how the scrimmage went today?
The scrimmage went well. We were both battling, offense and defense battling. You know what I'm saying? I made a couple plays, offense made a couple plays. All went well.
How hard is it? You talked about communication when the offense throws so much at you at once. Does that make communication just so much more difficult?
Oh, it's very difficult, especially when your eyes got to be at the right spot at the right time, and you got to have a quick reaction. It's very difficult communicating across the field when it's a lot of, especially when the game starts. It's a lot of crowd behind us. You still got to communicate on the field. It's very difficult for sure.
Is it as complex as it was at Mississippi State?
Oh, I really can't tell for real. I ain't really can't tell.
You guys got 2 weeks until you do this thing for real. So what's kind of just the excitement around the team, and what's something you feel like this team needs to do the next couple of weeks to really be ready?
I feel like working on our eyes a little bit more. But like we most definitely got to improve on our eyes and be more consistent on making good plays and stuff. Because we got to eliminate the bad plays, and you know what I'm saying? Because we playing a really good team. Kentucky is a really good team, and we're gonna have fewer mistakes and more positive plays.
Good.